If you need a driver's logbook for your EV for business, you need to know where did you go and how far, how many kilowatt hours did you charge, and you don't want to write all of this down yourself, then Tronity is exactly what you need. Tronity connects to your car, a lot of brands are supported, and in the app or in a browser you can see all of this data. You can also manage a whole fleet of EVs and see where they charge at home or for business. Check them out in the link in the description below. Hello everyone, this is my wife Cindy and we are in our Volkswagen Id.7 Pro that we have for a year, and I thought we'd do a little video with her because she's been driving it most of the time. She's taking the car to work and did a lot of driving in it, and I thought after a year I wanted to know her opinion.
Okay, so like Chris said, I drive the car a lot. I drive this car way more than I ever did with our ID3. To and from work, a lot. Yep, so my opinion has changed a bit, obviously, since having the car for a year. So when we first got the car, it was, yeah, I did a couple of videos when we had the car only for, I don't know, a month or a couple of months. Mm-hmm. But now that I've driven it way more, I have more of an opinion, I guess. But I have to say, I still love the car. Yeah. It's still very positive for me. It's very comfortable. That I appreciate that it's very quiet. It's very smooth. It's not a bumpy ride. The seats are amazingly comfortable. That hasn't changed. I like that right away, and that hasn't changed at all. I still find the seat very, very comfortable, especially for my height. I'm 5 feet tall, or 150 centimeters. And as a passenger and as a driver, the seat is, for me, not a problem. I still need a pillow when I drive, but that's not unusual. I have the seat height, because of the height, yeah. I have my paper with me so I don't forget, because I tend to forget everything I wanted to say. Something that's very, very, very important to me, anybody who's watched the videos I've done before, is how warm the car is. That's, for me, probably the most important thing, with seat and the warmth. This car is super warm. It's the seat heater is amazingly warm, even through my winter, my very thick winter jacket. It's amazingly strong, and just in general, I love that you can adjust everything easily. Chris set it all up here that you can have the areas where you want to heat, but I'm very rarely cold in this car, and that's unusual. Yeah, so that's big positive for me. What also I appreciate a lot about this car is the range. We haven't done a lot of long distance trips, but we've done a few, and even when I know we have to charge twice, it's okay, no big deal. We only have to charge 10 minutes or 15 minutes. So that for me is something that I appreciate very much in this car, that when we do go far away, the charging stops are very, very quick. Sometimes we don't even do anything. We just charge 10 minutes and then we go on. And when we have the 3 dogs, if we have to charge a bit longer, it's not a big deal. Then we just take them for a little quick walk. Yeah, they're not in here right now. They're not in here right now. But yeah, I think that's, we didn't have that with the ID3. The ID3 was constantly charging, and it took way longer. This car charges very fast. And even though I don't care anything about cars, electric cars, whatever, that for me is a big plus point. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna actually get into some technical stuff, which is surprising, but this is because I drive the car a lot. So I drive a lot in the morning when it's dark.
That's true.
So I leave for work at, I don't know, 20 after 6 or something in the morning. And in winter, it's obviously dark. So I've actually, because I've driven it so much, I've gotten used to the features. And I actually use them, which is surprising. So I said this in my first video, or one of my videos. Anyways, I always leave on the lane assist. And it works really well. I really like having the lane assist on, especially when it's dark in winter. I just like that extra security of the car. I mean, obviously I'm doing most of the steering, but it's nice to have that on. So I use that all the time, the lane assist. Something else that I use quite a bit, and Chris doesn't know this, is this cruise control.
What?
Yeah. Well, I like it because...
You haven't told me. How long?
A few months, probably.
You don't tell me.
I don't tell him stuff. I save everything
We
for the
never
video.
talk.
No, because I knew I'd be doing a video, so it's always better if
Really?
I use that. The reason I use it, first of all, is see, this is what we're talking about. The
it's way
heat.
too warm.
It gets so warm in here, but that's awesome. That I have to say, oh my God, it's too warm. Then I turn it down. That's wow. Okay, so the reason I use this is, first of all, I don't have to think about anything. All I do is press set. So I'm driving, okay, I'm at the speed that I want to go. All I have to do is press set. The car knows, okay, now I'm in cruise control. This is the speed that it should be going. And then I don't have to worry about it anymore. I know that I'm going this speed. I know I'm not going over the speed limit. I find it very useful. I've never used cruise control before because I was always lazy and I don't know how to do it, whatever. I do this because I just hit one button and then I get two giant green lights that show me, okay, it's on.
In the head-up display?
In the head-up display, that it's on. Perfect, okay? Then I can just drive. I don't have to worry. And the car even automatically, if there's a car coming in front of me, or if I'm coming up and there's a car in front of me, the car automatically adjusts its speed. But I have to say, it waits a long time. I would brake way before...
it has to do with what distances set. You can set 5 distances.
I would not want it more.
And you can adjust it. You
Wow.
just have to press the distance button, then plus.
Okay,
It
see?
doesn't work right
see,
now.
okay. Yeah, okay, whatever.
But then I do in the morning distance 4. It's a really far distance.
Okay,
when I want to get home, then distance 2.
Okay. No, but I like that feature a lot. I think that it's...
So use the self-steering too.
Yeah, I don't like the self-steering.
You can turn that off if you want to. Just use the cruise control.
We fight the whole time. The car the car. So I like that the speed. I fight with the car all the time. So
we fight all the time.
But I can feel it wants to go somewhere else where I don't want to go, and it wants to go left. I want to go right, but it doesn't matter. The point is I like that it keeps my speed. I don't have to think about that. I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, so I use that. So I like that feature a lot, and I usually would never use features in cars, but I do use that, and I like the fact that the steering wheel heater, there's just the one button. So I feel like in this car in general, they really put lots of thought into the practicality of things. So when I'm driving, I don't like to look around at this. I don't like to look around at the steering wheel, especially at night when it's dark. And I feel like once you know this car, and the stuff that I need now, I know where it is. I don't even have to look. Cool. And I think that's really smart. I think that they really thought about that. Okay, where should we position this so that you don't have to look? So even turning on the light. In the beginning, I was, it's annoying. But when you're driving, I think that's really, you don't have to, okay, drive, I need a light for a second. You don't even have to look at it. You just have to do your hand across and then it'll go on or off. Well, right now it's not doing, okay, there. Or you tap it, whatever. So I like that. I feel like they really, they put lots of thought into it. And it's, for me, I appreciate the fact that I don't have to look around. So I know set, okay, I'm driving, I see my speed or in the heads-up display. I don't even have to look. I can just press set, and then I get the giant green lines that I know that it's on. So I think that's very useful. I feel like this car I've driven lots of the press cars that Chris has, and I still prefer the storage space in this car the most because, first of all, I wouldn't necessarily say that there is more storage space. But the way that it's laid out, I feel like for me is very good. So in the morning, I get in, I want to put my phone down. I have my phone here. And I don't know. Everybody's different. Everybody likes to have their phone somewhere else. I like it on top here. So I just close this. I put my phone on top. Perfect. So I just like the layout. I feel like there's tons of it. And I feel like when you don't want to see all kinds of crap, you can just close it and everything is smooth and sleek. So I like that a lot. Okay. Also, what's even though this car is really big, I feel like the turning circle. I feel like it's got a really good turning circle. That stood out to me right away when we first got the car, and that's still true. I feel like backing up the car, it even though it's very big, you can still in a small area do a lot with it. Yeah. So I think that's impressive. Okay, so there are obviously a few negative points as well.
So this was positive?
This was all. This whole side is positive.
Okay.
Just things that. Oh yeah, I forgot to say super positive about this car, even though it's big. Would be that it's got power. So if you have to pass, no problem. You just step on it, and it goes. And even in corners, even though it is a big car, it still can handle corners really well at a pretty good speed. Yeah, so I like that a lot. Okay, so there are still a couple of negative things, and I think there's nothing new negative. That the things that first stood out to me that I didn't like have probably gotten even stronger. Okay, so there are a few things. I do love this car. But there are definitely a few negative things. First one being, for me when I drive, the armrest.
It's missing.
It's missing. Yeah, so I'm not completely
from the
front.
ID3. She's used to ID3. ID3 had an armrest that you can adjust in the height.
Yeah. So this one doesn't have that, and I miss that. So when I'm driving, I just miss that thing. So now I'm down here. It's not that big of a deal, but I miss that. I would prefer to have an armrest. Okay. This isn't negative about the car, but this is negative for me. This car is just, for me as a small woman, it's just too big. I feel like I swim in here. It's just, I mean, the dogs...
Especially when you're this much...
and I'm not even... I put the seat...
like this.
Okay, here, wait.
It's a bit in the big...
Yeah, okay, so now this is in my driving... yeah, exactly. So this is where I need to be.
But why is this negative?
I don't know. I knew that when I did a test for when you had the ID3, and I just got in and I just felt better.
Okay.
And it just fits me more. This car, the dogs are a kilometer away. Backing up the car is an issue. Parking in the car is more of an issue, even though it handles well in the corners and everything. It's just, for me as a small woman, I would prefer the size of an ID3. This isn't negative towards an ID.7. It's just, for me personally, I don't need something this big. But you can fit a lot of stuff in here.
And we don't.
But you don't need. But if we do, so when we go away, that's a positive thing. Okay. Super negative is that blinker. Oh, God.
The sound.
The blinker is so loud, and I never got used to it. We've had this car for a year now. I didn't like it from the get-go. I still don't like it. It is unnecessarily loud. I find that really annoying. Yeah, it doesn't... I prefer a much quieter blinker. Okay, so this was right from the beginning, and this is even stronger now. Is the sensors when you're backing up the car. The parking sensor. So Chris said that he has it all set on the lowest, the lowest setting.
It is.
Honest to God, I absolutely despise these sensors because I get what they're there for and it's good, but oh my God, even though I see in the camera, okay, I'm whatever the colors mean, far enough away, but it's still, there's this constant beeping. It, for me, is completely unnecessary. I feel like there's a better way. It really does. It stresses me out.
Just doesn't have to be that loud.
It doesn't have to be that loud, but it's very... there's been cars before that there's been cars, I think the Tesla was good. I can't remember. But I don't know. Quite often, we always back into the driveway. I don't even back into the garage anymore. I've given that up because, oh my God, no. This is a big car. We have a small garage, and I've done it a few times, but I prefer not to. But even backing into the driveway, it beeps at me so much that I just say, okay, fine, I'm sort of where I want to be, and I just stop. I don't want to listen to that anymore. They've put so much thought into everything else. I feel like they can work on this a bit. Mm-hmm. It's really, for me, it's super stressful. Okay, and also too, you can even see it right now. This is the perfect example.
Mm-hmm. That's why I let it. I didn't clean it.
Yeah, exactly. And this is basically all the time in winter.
Yeah, there's witness on the backup camera. You can spray, but it doesn't clean it. It just sprays away stuff, and then water is still there. So when you do this, it sprays a bit, but there's still water there now.
Yeah.
So it's still...
And right now, you have to think, right now, it's light out.
Exactly.
When I'm back into work, it's pitch black.
Yeah.
So I don't even use this.
Really?
No.
I do it.
Why? Why? I can't see.
I can see a bit because of the brake lights and the reversing lights.
In the morning, it's way worse. Way worse.
Yeah.
They got to come up with a solution for this. No, they put, like I said, they put so much thought, and you can really tell. Yeah, there's so many amazing things about this car. There's a couple little things though that would really improve things. Something I forgot to mention that's also with the well thought out is I forgot to mention that with the trunk, you can automatically, or not automatically. Chris said that you can adjust just how far the trunk opens, and then it saves your setting. Mm-hmm. That's amazing.
That's with every electric.
Really?
Yeah, every car has that. That has an electric thing you can save.
Wow, that's smart.
Normal.
That's really
awesome.
smart. Because you forget.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
And
No, we need that.
I think that's really smart. That was just back. Sorry, it just occurred to me now. But overall, I think this car is really good. It's still amazingly positive. I like this car. There's a couple of negative things, but overall, even after a year, it's mostly positive that I have to feel about this car. And even though I've driven lots of, I don't even know how many in the...
Not too many,
but still,
4 or 5.
I'm happy to go back to this car. Not just because I know this car and I feel more comfortable. It's I don't know, maybe at my age, it's I don't know. It's just...
She's 22.
Yeah. No, small things, getting in and out of the car are very comfortable, and... Yeah, no, I think it's, for us, I think it's a bit too big, but overall very good, very positive. Yeah. That's it for me.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.